Hope everybody's good. What's up, everybody? Tristan Shop Talk, episode 5. Like I said, so June 3rd, 2024. Here we are. First female president from Mexico, Claudia Sheinbaum. Jewish ancestry in 200 years of history. There's never been a female president. First time ever. Also, Kevin Holland, best armbar at UFC, I'm sorry. And then after that, we have the Islam Poirier fight that happened this past weekend. So, a lot happened, coming the past weekend. We did have Trump, who guilty of all 36 counts, felonies, which I still don't know exactly what we're talking about when we come to those felonies. We just all know that he's been charged, and that's that. So, that being said, let's get the episode started. So, like I said, coming into pretty much coming into today, we had some things going on Congress. Well, before I get to the fights, because I have another guest join in, and he's going to help me chime in on the fight. So, until we get to the fights, just wanted to kind of go over the whole Dr. Fauci. So, yeah, Dr. Fauci is still being, I guess we could say that, he's being
Certainly,
questioned.
the issues we are debating are important ones that members feel deeply about. And while vigorous disagreement is part of the legislative process, as I said at the beginning, members are reminded that we must adhere to established standards of decorum in debate. This is a reminder that it is a violation of House rules and the rules of this committee to engage in personalities regarding other members or to question the motives of a colleague. Remarks of that type are not permitted by the rules and are not in keeping with the best traditions of our committee. The chair will enforce these rules of decorum at all times and urges all members to be mindful of their remarks. Does the gentleman from California have anything further?
She should take, we should have to take her words down.
Yeah, I offered that her words be taken down, Mr. Chair.
Point of order, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chairman, I'd like to make a point of order.
Mr.
because
Griffin
they
is recognized.
accused us
Mr.
of
Griffin is-
worshiping
Gentlelady-
President Trump. We
gentlelady-
don't worship President Trump.
Gentlelady will suspend.
So obviously there was a lot of chaos going on there, back and forth, drilling Dr. Anthony Fauci, which is the doctor that was head of COVID during 2020. Pretty much enforced us to wear masks, enforced us to do a lot of things that we really didn't want to do. Um, so they were pretty much just grilling him. I'm just kind of going generally over it. Obviously, there were some pictures there. I had to turn off my sound on my other one. So anyways, Dr. Fauci's being grilled by, well, pretty much the Republicans, going back and forth. what was the point? Even at one point, Ms. Green didn't even call him a doctor. Back and forth. If nobody knows, you might want to stay close to it. It's kind of interesting to find out, what was kind of going on. And when you really think about it, it is kind of crazy when we look back at all the things that they did make us do to go to that extent to make sure that we were safe. When uh, in reality, it didn't really seem that they really knew what they were doing to begin with, anyway. So I felt pretty lost during the time. I felt pretty not knowing what was going on. A lot of things were definitely questionable during that time. Um, it was just kind of. I mean, we can go through here. Even at this point, he even gets drilled
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I think
about
many of us in the
money,
committee are really disturbed by revelations to this
how much
committee
money he made.
that there were officials at NIH that deleted government records, they deleted personal, or they used personal information, personal emails to communicate and circumvent freedom of information laws. So I just had a couple questions about that. Dr. Fauci, did you delete any emails or records related to the Wuhan lab or the origins of the virus?
I think it's
No, I
pretty
did not.
interesting.
Okay. Dr. Morin
So there was a
said
Wuhan
in
lab.
a May 2021 email, he indicated that he was connecting people to you in a quote secret back channel. Do you know what he was referring to?
I don't have any idea what he's talking about. There is no back channel at NIAID.
Okay, there is, he also said in another email that there is no worry about Freedom of Information Act. I can send stuff to Tony on his private email. Did you communicate with anyone relating to anything regarding NIH or with Dr. Morins on a private email?
I do not do government business on my private email.
Okay, so
So obviously he knows
have
better.
you communicated with Dr. Morins via private email, even if it was not necessarily your definition of government business?
It might have been because, as I mentioned in my opening statement,
So
one of his functions is to write chapters, medical scientific chapters with me. So it is conceivable that I communicate.
So obviously, like I said, a lot of drilling on what happened, why, who shot who, what happened here, what happened there. Back and forth. On to the next. So I just thought it was interesting. I mean, that debate can just go down a damn wormhole of questions of what, who, why did we do this? Why did we do that? Dr. Fauci. Um, I mean, we did it. We followed the rules. I personally took the damn vaccine, which was, I guess, at the time I was working at the hospital. And when I was working at the hospital, it was a hospital. And from what I remembered, I had to get it in order to even have the job. And if I wasn't going to get it, then obviously there were some things that were going to happen within my job. So I wasn't going to actually have a job if I didn't follow the rules. At the time, I just justified it because when I justified it, I went ahead and just justified it by I had already taken like all these vaccines, and most of these vaccines were all from the military, and they line you up like almost like you're in line like behind all cadets, recruits, what you want to call it, and everybody's getting their shots. Everyone's getting their shots. So I had the time I justified. I was like, there was things that the government made me take that I didn't even know what they made me take. And at the time, I still went ahead and took it. So I did take it. I never caught COVID. I never even came close to catching COVID even before. Even when I was working at the hospital, I might have caught the sniffles once or twice, but from what I remembered, I did not catch COVID. So I don't know if that's because I was a lean person. I don't know if that's because You know, I wasn't overweight. I don't know if that's because I was a younger male. It could have been a number of things. So who really knows? Who really knows? On to the next president. The new president for Mexico, which is kind of a interesting deal. I thought was yeah. So she's a Jewish descent. She has Jewish ancestry in her family. She is a climate scientist and the first woman of Mexico. So, first woman president of Mexico. So, that is a big deal when you really think about it. Uh, she was under previous administrations working, like I said, she's a climate scientist. So, she must know a little something about the climate. Uh, and with her this is her right here. So this is her 61-year-old Claudia Sheinbaum. I don't even want to say the name wrong, but her first name is Claudia. So she is the president of Mexico, which is pretty exciting. Now, I didn't go diving into the whole other part of what was exactly happening, as in there was a bunch of assassinations that did occur leading up to this president election for Mexico. But she is the first woman to have the job. A lot of these other candidates that were assassinated, we can look it up right now. Assassinated candidates in Mexico. All right. Yeah, with at least 34 candidates for local or state office killed during the preceding 9 months. 34 candidates were killed, which is crazy. What politician? Alfredo Cabrera was shot to death at his final campaign stop in southern Mexico state of Guerrero. The video taken of the incident shows a person pointing a gun at the back of Cabrera's head before firing multiple shots, and that was 5 days ago. So that's sad. Prayers to the family of that candidate. I'm sure he was really wanting change, and he wasn't able to even, I guess, make change. So, yeah, so she, like I said, she's the first woman to hold the job. Mexico's projected presidential winner will become the first woman president in the country's 200-year history. Wow. So that is a big deal. 200-year history. Check that out. And all right. Now on to Trump's. Oh, no, I'm sorry. Biden. Hunter Biden goes to court. So his trial will begin. And this is dealing with the jury and is chosen in Hunter Biden's federal firearms case, and opening statements are set for Tuesday. So that's going to be tomorrow, which might be pretty interesting considering. So Hunter Biden is going to court for the drug and gun charges, which that's not a good thing. It's almost close to a felony charges that he's pending on. He thought that most of these charges were going to be pushed under the rug, but they were not pushed under the rug. And the reason they were not pushed under the rug is because he actually broke the law. And also, he had actual videos of himself actually smoking the crack and actually holding a gun. Uh, so, behind that, who knows what's going to pop up out of that? If maybe they're going to link in anything from. It's almost like a movie when you really think about it, because it's like there's an actual election going on right now over the United States of America, which is a pretty big thing. And out of one of the candidates, you actually have one of the sons, one of the candidates' sons, who is going under federal charges for a federal gun case. So, I can only uh, just imagine that a lot of people are going to be attacking this and attacking Biden at the same time. So it's going to open up another can of worms that we're going to see. So obviously, that's going to happen. Next thing is alrighty. Next thing I was going to bring up, and my guess is not logging on. I don't know where he's at. So we have, and then back to the whole. Let me go back, because the other night we had an episode, and I was on the episode with Ahmad, and Ahmad kind of grilled me on what a libertarian is, and after after him speaking about it, I still disagree. I mean, his his way of uh I'll go right here straight from Google. The platform emphasizes individual liberty and personal and economic affairs, avoidance of foreign entanglements, and military economic intervention in other nations' affairs, and free trade and migration. The party opposes gun control, which is a very general statement, but it was never along those lines of what Ahmad was saying the other day. And what he was saying was saying that they're this and that, and they're totally against the fire department and police department. I've never heard of the I'm gonna put Libertarian Party is against the fire department. And I don't see anything where it says, or nothing's even popped up where it would say that it's against the fire department. Okay. Well, I can go to Reddit. If anything, it's going to be privatized, but I don't see anything along the lines where any libertarians are saying uh, they don't want a fire department. So there's no way that there could just not be a fire department. When that was brought up the other day, I thought it was kind of out of nowhere, but yet whatever, he can believe whatever he's going to believe. That's fine. As in reorganization, maybe a different way of funding the department, shooting funds different ways. I can see the libertarians thinking along those lines, but nothing along the lines of anything dealing with uh, getting rid of the whole department. So, well, I gotta guess Marcus Meacham, Chef Meach, and Chef Meach, he's coming in from Hawaii. So I have him paging in from Hawaii. Go ahead and bring him on. All right. Aloha.
Aloha, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. So,
Do you have the voice thing on? So it's like you can't tell it's my voice.
no, I could. You're
Oh,
you're alive. What are you talking about?
oh shit. So you could tell it's my voice.
No, I really can't. I don't know if it's the thing that's muffling your sound. I don't know what's going on.
What thing?
No, well, I mean the mask or whatever the thing you have on your head. It looks like something your grandma made, or I don't know.
Yeah, my grandma did make this. She made the first shiesty.
So what's
She
the
made the
name
first.
of that?
It's called a knitted shiesty.
Okay, all right, okay. So this is everybody. This is Chef Meach.
It's hot. It's hot. Yeah.
So what's up? So what time is it in Hawaii? So am I
It-
forward in time or backward? I'm forward in time, right? I'm in the future.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. Again, you're still in the future. Hold on one second. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, you are in the future. It is 6:22 here. What time is it there? Like fucking midnight?
Yeah, it's 11:22.
Is it midnight there?
No, not yet.
What time is it? What you got? Wait, 4 hours?
It's 11:22.
Nice.
So last week, I wanted to have a episode that I missed out on, and I wasn't able to fill it in. From getting stung by bees last week outside of my house to, among a few other things happening last week, I got kind of delayed. So, for all that not happening, that's where today came in. So, starting fresh today, June 6th, June 3rd. I mean, what am I saying? June 6th.
What the fuck?
June 3rd, 2024. Yeah, I'm getting it backwards. I'm over here like usually I write the date 6/3/24 on my papers or whatever I'm doing. So now I don't know, I'm mixing up the numbers. Tell you, man, I think I was dyslexic when I was younger. I never got diagnosed for it or anything. They just threw a book at me and just thought I was.
Yeah, they gave you some Ritalin.
No, they didn't even do that. Like they just looked at me. They just gave me that look, like when I couldn't read anything.
Wasn't
like,
that
why
the
can't
shit
you
back in the
read
day? Yeah, like back in the day, like when you were like a fucked up kid in school, they just gave you Ritalin and put you back in class. They didn't have all these like.
No, I mean, but really wasn't that accessible.
What?
Not to. I was from the hood. I mean, my mom didn't even know nothing about Ritalin. I mean, not
Yeah.
those days. My mom
Nah,
didn't know nothing about that.
the school Parker Elementary gave me that shit.
Yeah, I know. I know some other kids in there that took it too, but I didn't.
Yeah, they're
take
just
it.
like,
Y'all
take this shit.
Y'all looked like zombies when y'all were on it.
No shit. I'm
But I mean,
walking around the
but
fucking
like I
school.
said, I think that was still early in it.
Yeah, we were the guinea pigs.
Now I have taken some meds like that, to help me concentrate when I first got out of the Navy, and I still can't. It's just, it doesn't go well with my biology, I guess, of my body, or I don't know, my whatever. It just doesn't work well with me. It's just yeah. So
That's like when I like smoke weed and drink at the same time. It don't work right. It don't work.
so tell us, what's the weather like in Hawaii right now?
It's 6:24. Like right now, like sunset, nice sunset. It's about 81 degrees.
81 degrees, Hawaii.
We got trade winds, so it's like nice and breezy all the time. It's not hot like Texas. Like people are dying in Texas, right?
Yeah.
People are just dropping like flies, like going out for jogs and shit, like dumbasses.
Yeah, like
don't go outside. Yeah.
No, right now you can go walk to your mailbox, and then you walk back. You probably have like three drips of sweat coming down your.
See,
your body.
I remember
instantly, that humidity. Like once you walk out, the humidity just immediately like does something to your body, and it opens up your pores, and then you just immediately start sweating. In Hawaii,
everyone's walking around. Yeah.
Weird. Hawaii, I feel it's weird. Hawaii is just a natural breeze. You just walk out. You're like, what the fuck? Am I outside or inside?
Yeah, it's like it's better outside here. Like it's better to be outside. Like the homeless people here have it fucking made. Like they're just out there chilling at the fucking beach. For real. I'm jealous.
No, I
of these
mean,
motherfuckers.
I feel like if you made it that far to be homeless in Hawaii, then you deserve to be homeless.
All right, so hear this shit. This is some shit I heard. This is some real shit. So, And people who like fuck up in Arizona and in Vegas and shit, like homeless people that keep fucking up and keep going to homes and shit. When the homes get too
Yeah.
shipping, they ship people out here. One way ticket. They take
Mhm.
they like pack up their bags. They put them on a one way flight to here, and it's just like they're dropping off shit. Like this is like a human landfill. Like you'll see people walking down the beach, fucking suitcase, like they just got off the fucking plane, and they have no idea what the fuck they're gonna do. They end up fucking fire spinning or some shit. You know what I mean? Fucking growing dreadlocks. But that's what they do. They ship homeless people out here. It's fucked up.
No, well, no, Colorado's another infestation of that place too. Like,
Do they do the
I
same
will-
thing
I
though?
will-
Do they ship people? Are they shipping them?
yeah, I took this. No, I don't know about that. I mean, I just know when I went out there, and I mean, I always understood like in a city of like Houston, it congregates in certain areas, but in Colorado, my belief is that ever since weed went legal there, and it's almost like a bar, like it's just almost like alcohol being legal. The more bars there are, there's gonna be more people drinking at these bars. So it's almost like the same thing with the weed thing. Like
Well, the
the
thing
more the more
with
dispensaries-
Colorado,
it was,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like when it's when it's open like that and just and recreational, then when it's recreational like that, it's just it's open galore, and then you have all types of different classes of people who go and then they're smoking. Then you
you
got
saw that.
when you got medically licensed, like you need a license or a I guess a certificate to smoke, then you go and those areas are a lot more nicer and it's a lot more, I guess, more tax money goes to there to keep out recreational. I don't know. That's just my belief, but who knows?
So the thing with the boom. So I remember when that boom happened, when like everyone was moving, like all the growers from even like Ohio when I lived there, like they were all moving out to Colorado.
Mhm.
But like even if you're a grower in Ohio or whatever, when you moved out there, you were a stemmer. Like you clean the stems, you clean the shit, and then
Right.
they would cycle through motherfuckers so quickly, and then motherfuckers would fuck up. They'd like try to put a couple buds in their pocket. They get busted. They don't have anywhere else to go. Then they're stuck in Colorado. Then they're living on the streets like that and shit.
Right.
What we gonna do? We gonna talk about this fight that happened?
Yeah.
You already talked about it. You already talked about it.
Nah, I mean, he pulled a badass armbar. I mean, this is Kevin
Yeah.
Holland. He comes out of Dallas, Texas, and he trains in Main Street Muay Thai over here in Houston. He's
really?
under a few guys there at Main Street, and yeah, man, he pulled that shit off. I mean, he
Here's a question. Here's a question I got for you. Do you think a 150-pound person against like a 240-pound person, how do you think that will go down?
Oh, that's just
Like back when it was like K1, like Bob Sapp and shit, when Bob Sapp, big giant ass, was fucking fighting like 100-pound like karate dudes. Remember that shit?
But you had to have some style of MMA or I mean some mixed martial arts. I mean that was before there was mixed martial. I feel it was before it was claimed mixed martial arts. I mean at that time it was still either you had a lot of martial arts under your belt and then you went at it. But that, as far as I know, that's how they measured it. I really don't know. But I mean,
Like, because K1 was weird because it was like a dude that only knew karate was fighting a dude that only knew like Greco-Roman wrestling and shit, like Olympic style wrestling. It was the dumbest shit. Like K1 was crazy.
But yeah, I mean, it's a lot more organized now. I mean, it's more organized. It's more. I mean, this fight with Holland, that was a very organized fight. I mean, like I said, I've only seen him train once, like live, and it just happened to be there, and that was yeah, that dude that dude definitely put in some work, man. That dude, that fighting is his life. I mean. He definitely showed it on that armbar, I had a video. I posted the video on my feed, and right now my feed's being used, so it's being used because we're doing the live session. So, but on the feed, obviously, is where the first, the fight started, and then before you know it, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know that guy. The other fighter, he just lost track. I mean, before you know it, I mean, that dude had a clear armbar. I couldn't even know. I mean, when I was watching it, I was like, how the hell is he gonna even get out of that?
Yeah,
'Cause
yeah.
you just saw him; his arm was just totally given, and then, I mean, at that point, he already had his legs wrapped. I mean, he was already pulling, and I mean, then he just went and broke it, broke his arm. I mean, the guy couldn't do nothing under that. I mean, even that Herb Dean's one of the referees that was overseeing that one, and he was just.
Oh,
kinda
really?
like, wow.
Damn, he's still doing this shit? He's still doing this shit?
Yeah, he actually waited a few seconds. He was like, all right, so he went at it.
You see, I
Um,
got a new fucking Instagram because I got locked out. Remember?
yeah. Oh, so now you got a new one?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
put
don't
it
know.
in the chat.
I sent a link there with it, so maybe you could possibly do something. I'm not sure. Next one was going to be Islam and Poirier. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we got Islam and Poirier. This one's kind of a crappy one because of copyright, but it serves a purpose of what I'm trying to say. So yeah, Dustin Poirier, Islam went head to head. I think Dustin's
Yeah.
done after this. But Dustin.
Yeah, he said he was done basically at the end of the fight.
Yeah, I mean, he had.
My main thing is like, why was Donald Trump sitting front row with 34 felony accounts? You know what I mean? 34
What do you mean?
felonies. You get front row tickets?
No, he's friends with Dana White.
Who gives a fuck?
What do you mean?
Fuck Donald Trump.
Why screw Donald Trump? Donald Trump got nothing to do with the fighting right now.
Yeah, get him out of the fucking arena. He can watch that shit from cell block 1.
What? Are you serious?
Fuck Donald Trump.
Do you even know what 36 counts that he was charged with?
Yeah, fucking bunch of dumb shit.
You don't know, do you?
Of course I know. Everyone knows it's in the news.
No, nobody knows. Nobody knows specifically what he was even charged with. Everybody just knows he was charged with felonies, and these felonies were misdemeanors before they were in felonies.
Yeah.
They just drafted into felonies. That's just like if somebody could throw you in and say, "Hey, man, we're gonna charge you some misdemeanors, but now we're gonna charge you some felonies."
That happens all the time to black people. That's happening right now, but it's not on the news. It's happening right now to like 100 fucking black people, but it's not on the news.
So I mean, what do you? I mean, I don't know. Like I said,
I'm just saying,
I'm
fuck that one.
using it as an example is that he was charged wrongfully, whatever,
I don't think so.
Yeah. But I mean, I guess you want old man River to be running the country,
No, I don't want him either. No, I don't want him either.
Well, I mean, you only got two options, so I mean.
And that's the problem with America. And that's the problem with America, right there. You just said it. We only have two options.
Well, yeah, there's only a two-party system. I mean,
I know that's the problem. That's another problem.
One party to the other. Yeah. So.
Yeah, that's the problem with America.
The other day, I got scolded for even talking about the Libertarian Party, so I don't even know what that was about.
Yeah, when I came in before I got on screen with you, I heard you talking about it.
Yeah.
I heard you talk about something.
No, I just had to reemphasize. I just had to go back and just say, because at the time I was being told that libertarians don't like don't want any fire department. They don't want any fire department. They don't want no police department, which is not true. I don't think that's true at all. So, I mean, that's what somebody had said, which was Ahmad, which was the last guest that was on there. So, but nah, I just wanted to go over like just real quick. So, yeah, I mean, look, Dustin was definitely giving it. Dustin was definitely not backing down. Islam definitely got a beat. I mean, I've never seen, Islam get punched like that in the face. And I don't know if he had broke his nose, but he got smashed in the face. He got hit, and it must have been from that straight right.
They were saying that Dustin broke his nose. His nose is broken. You can kind of see him. He was like gasping out of his
Islam?
mouth.
Oh, Islam broke
No.
Poirier's, or Poirier broke Islam's nose?
Islam broke Poirier's.
Oh, probably. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah, because there's one point when he was on his back and like he
look at
couldn't
that,
breathe
like-
out of his nose.
look, like boom, like right there, like you see him, boom.
Yeah.
But Poirier's is a monster. Dude's a monster, dude. Years back, I think this was like 2017, and then one year it was hosted. UFC was hosted here in Houston, and I was doing security at the last minute at the Pub Fiction in Midtown, and it was 2018. Anyways, I had to do the security, and then he came in, and it was, little short dude. I mean, but dude looked like he could brawl though. Definitely,
How short is he? How tall is that motherfucker?
Oh, like 5'10",
Oh, that's not short, man. Come on.
5'9", 5'10". No, I mean, I'm not saying he was like 5'4". I mean, I'm just saying like he, I would say, I mean, he fits. I mean, Islam. I mean, yeah, they're those dudes. They can rock you, man. I mean, I feel when you're like a little, like right at there, 5'10", you're 5'11", 5'10 and a half. You're right there, perfect, just to be able to get leveled with somebody. And I mean, he's a wide guy, wide arms. I mean, wide shoulders. I mean, he's pretty stacked dude. He can handle his own. Now, in the end was just where, I guess the end was also where he gets grabbed by Islam by his foot. And I don't think this part shows it, but they grab his foot. And
You remember Uriah Faber? Remember that dude?
No, who's that? Oh yeah,
Uriah?
yeah. I met him.
Why does
before.
his chin look like butt cheeks?
It's like I don't know. Maybe just because
He got that butt shit.
So this was the ending of the fight. I gotta take it off because before you know it, they'll be like, oh yeah, copyright.
Copyright.
I'm
They
still
get
learning.
you-
I'm still learning about the copyrights.
What they get you at the end and the beginning, but you can watch the middle.
Yeah.
Damn, that's fucked up. That's fucked up shit. So what's good? What's good your way? What you doing? What you about?
Nah, just finishing off this Monday and starting early tomorrow with some other stuff. Just staying busy with just staying busy. I don't know.
Yeah.
Summer, it's hot. Been doing a lot of work outside. Damn.
You got
now
that new
hold
dog?
on, this is the picture I wanted to show right here
Oh shit. What you got?
of him. Just like how bad he was. Hold on, I got it right here.
So you need to get you like a Jamie. Like how Joe Rogan has that Jamie dude that just does all this shit.
Yeah, I know. All right, here we go. Like, look at the dude's body. Like how he just body rocking this dude. Watch. Boom. Boom. See that? Boom. Like at that point, he had already gotten hit, but then there's another part where he just starts rocking his man. See, I'm trying to learn these copyright rules because I got hit by a copyright the other day.
What happens when you get hit by it? You get automatically fined, or they just tell you stop doing that
Nah,
shit?
you just don't want to get no strikes. I mean, the more you get, yeah, you can get put down. But
Yeah.
so I just wanted to show, like, yeah. I mean, look at his face. I mean, he's
Yeah.
And then here, boom. See, I didn't get to. Oh well. So yeah, murder monk. Thank you for watching. Trump's not going to jail. Murder monk also said dude's going on probation, and he said Dustin always pulling on his shorts, which I don't know what that meant.
I know. So that should have been a sign for what's his name to fucking strike him, because he was pulling on his shorts and it's like a pause. I don't know if that's like his part of his game plan to make it look, because like he does pull his punches from down low sometimes. But you see that
Yeah.
shit when he's pulling on his shorts?
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at it now, but I don't see the pulling short.
He did that shit a lot. This motherfucker did that shit a lot.
But like I said, man, that Dustin Poirier, man, he will box you. I mean, he'll box you. I mean, that
Yeah,
dude
he's a
knows how to
beast.
box. That dude knows
He's a
how to
beast.
box. He knows how to fight, man. That dude's a true American fighter. Give him that
Yeah.
shit, thick and thin, man. I don't know. I just like. I mean, the guy I like. What I like about Dustin Poirier is just that he's not a loud person. Conor McGregor is really loud, real in your face. Dustin Poirier, he tried to go that route, but he's just not that type of guy. He's just a straight up fighter. He's just a very I mean, I'm not gonna say he's not marketable, but I would just say that he's just a very to himself type of person that loves to fight, and he's gone very far. Now I feel sometimes that does give you a little edge when you're loud like Conor McGregor. You're loud as fuck, and you're just just talking all this mess and so that was another thing. Like, yeah, it just reminded me. Now you just helped me bring up this one too. This other story about Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor right now, he's they canceled his crew, canceled the Dublin press conference for some reason on his end. And my belief is that I think he's just also doing another so it's like a I'll show you. Once all this crap is done, comes off. All these ads.
Isn't Conor McGregor supposed to be in some fucking dumbass Popeye the Sailor Man fucking remake? You see that shit?
Yeah, I don't even know if that's true or not. To be honest, I've been thinking
Really?
this is like a
Like
a
a
whole,
fan-made AI shit?
some shit. So on Monday, McGregor issued a statement on the change of plans, but indicated the June 29th bout versus Chandler will continue as scheduled. Today's press conference was canceled due to a series of obstacles outside of our control, McGregor said in a statement on social media. I apologize to my Irish fans and fans all around the world for the inconvenience and appreciate all your passion and support. I can't wait to put on the greatest of all time show in the Octagon. But no press conference? But like you said, maybe that fool's making some movie or some shit, or maybe he's doing some other things, and the fool's just showing up. I don't get that either. Other than, I mean, I guess we could watch I wanted to bring up the press conference with Dustin Poirier because Dustin Poirier does talk about how he believes when that fight starts, it's going to be Chandler and Conor McGregor.
Oh yeah, I saw
And
it.
then he believes Conor McGregor is going to knock him out. So, but yeah, that's a big deal because Conor McGregor, that's kind of what everybody goes for, is for the press conferences.
Yeah, because he's
famous,
talking shit.
famous press conference ever was I'll show you, and it was one of my favorite ones. Versus Diaz, and they started throwing water balls at.
Oh yeah, I remember that shit.
But see, those are the classic ones, like like
Yeah, that's that good shit.
And I mean, I mean, the, I mean, those you can't make up,
Yeah.
Last week, damn, I got it right here. Okay. Hold on. I don't want to show that either.
Relatively quickly, just based upon the fact that you were able to get one with him right away.
The way it all panned out, I've got other business to handle after this fight, but make no mistake, it will be a trilogy fight down the line. It won't be straight away, but we will do it 3 times, 100%.
He's like,
he's like, whatever.
Fuck your whole team. Little crackhead essays. You'll do nothing.
You none. See, man, this is what I live for. I found that out this last week, and there's another story I'm gonna tell you what happened on the comedy place this past week. It's almost similar to something like this.
Shut your fucking mouth, you'll do nothing. You'll do nothing. You'll do fucking nothing.
Yeah, now that's a press conference. That's
drama
a press
ass
conference.
shit.
I love press conferences like that. You gotta love it, man. You gotta love the dysfunctional, the chaos, water balls being thrown around. This is what makes fighting, And then you got sides being taken. You gotta love it, man. This is what makes a good fight a good fight. And this is what I don't think there's ever gonna be a trilogy or ever or something ever like this ever between Diaz and McGregor. I mean that was just, man, it was awesome.
Yeah.
So that was just my example, as in Dana White's all mad. Oh, get out of here.
You don't give a fuck.
Yeah, he's like, sorry guys, whatever, man, I'm done. Like,
You guys already bought the ticket. See you Saturday.
Oh man. So yeah, now that's a press conference. Now that was a press conference. And that's Diaz. Another thing was the last one was Diaz when I guess he did the face off with Masvidal, or I guess he didn't even do the face off with Masvidal. So Diaz is fighting George Masvidal is coming up soon. So
Yeah.
now I wanted to tell you what happened. I went to the comedy place, and I'm not gonna really say where, but I did. And I guess
Which one? You're talking about the same one? That you talking about that?
Yeah, but I'm not gonna get into it. There's a bunch of open mic here, and I really don't want to hit on that open mic, but I am gonna post this because I went out with the intentions of getting open mic, and I hadn't been up in a while. I wanted to do it before I came up with some material I wanted to try out, and yeah, I'm not up there a lot. I'm not up there every week. I'm not up there at all. So me even going up there is a big deal. So I wasn't able to go. So off to the side, there was a group of girls that were kind of lost about getting to this comedy, I guess, where the stage was at, and they were celebrating a party. I can't really remember. I mean, I do remember what I said, but I did explain to them where it was, and I could say this. Yeah, things weren't it didn't really feel right or whatever. I mean, things didn't smooth over. I mean, I was respectful. I didn't say anything disrespectful. I didn't say nothing that was out of the ordinary. It was just a talk. But then apparently there was somebody off to the side that was actually watching and listening, I guess. Or maybe they were watching and listening to me before.
And who was this person? Who was
I
it?
do talk. Oh, it was a white guy. I don't even know. He was another comedian. I will find out his name, but the thing about it was he decided to flip around and say something to me. And then once he flipped around and said something to me, he thought it was funny. But then I asked him, I was like, I don't even know who you are. Actually, there were some other harsher words said in between. But the thing is, I didn't know who he was. But then he was trying to use me as the butt of a joke to actually use me as a, I don't know what his angle was. But I had to tell him. And I will say, what my point of it also was there was another comedian that I met, and that comedian happened to be a veteran. And whoever that comedian is, that's a veteran, Navy veteran. Thank you. And that's really what I really wanted to come out here and say. Later on, I will go out more than the specifics, but I would say that guy is a good dude. And I think his name was Eric, and that dude, Eric, pretty cool dude. But yeah, he walked me off, and after that, I just decided to leave because by that time the night was over, and this guy just decided to pick on me and say some things to try to upset me, and then I took the route of not being more upset than I should have been, even though I did get upset, and this other guy, let me walk off, and I walked it off, and everything was cool after that. I went home, and now I'm not positive ever going back to that open mic ever, And it's not even the fact. It's not that this guy's discouraged me from this open mic. It's just what I also get around it too is that I didn't care even if I was going up in front of one person just to talk on stage. I didn't care. I mean, you get bumped. There is a list, but as people start flowing in, there is that the way it goes with comedians coming in and comedians that have more clout, though, they will bump you, so you don't get out till 1 or 2 in the morning. So I'm just saying that was the name of the game. It happened. Hey, bro, thanks, Eric, whoever you are out there, man. Thanks for, just looking out. That was pretty cool.
All right, so let's talk. Let's talk in a different world. All right, so let's say the dude that was talking shit, right? What if he walked up to you and put you in a clinch? What's your first move?
What's my first move?
Yeah, he comes up and just snatches you up. What you doing?
He's coming forward with his hand forward.
He's coming at you, like reaching at you, trying to like grab like your head and neck.
Oh, it's gonna be a knee. It's gonna be a knee, or it's gonna be a sweep, like a sweep on his left. Like it depends how fast he's coming, but it's gonna be like a sweep or a knee.
Yeah.
And then maybe not a knee, just kind of maybe I don't know. It could be an elbow too.
Like traditional rules of fighting, or is everything out the window? Like if you find a chair, you're gonna just drop that on his forehead. Like what are you gonna do?
I ain't gonna drop no chair on the dude. The whole key is that if the guy's coming at me is to push him and get him away so I can possibly get away, because I still believe in that same shit too. Like anything can go crazy in any situation.
No,
somebody
shit.
Somebody can fall, hit their head on the corner or something.
And also, you're in Texas. Like everyone has a gun.
The dude can have a lot of money, and then daddy's lawyer.
Oh yeah.
Could be.
Oh yeah. Here, let me tell you a story about that shit. So I was in college, right? I used to work at a B-Dubs. I'm there at this B-Dubs, just eating on my day off, right? Some dude comes up to the fucking glass window, starts pounding on this bitch. Like, poof, poof, poof. They're like, "Yo, Meech, get this motherfucker out of here." I'm like, I'm not even on the clock. Like, what the fuck are you asking me to do this shit for? They're like, "Yo, get him, please get him," because it was like all females working and shit. So I walk outside the door. This motherfucker's like pounding. He's like, "Oh, you out here to fucking get me out of here?" Blah, blah. Like he squares up, puts his hands up, like he starts bouncing like he's gonna fight and shit. I'm like looking around. I'm like, it's like fucking 2:00 in the afternoon, right? I'm like, what the fuck? It's broad daylight. Like, what are you doing? And there's 2 2 girls standing right next to him outside, like at a crosswalk. He ran across. He like comes up to me. He's like, boom, 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 swings. I move out of the way. I fucking wind up, swing, blast him. He crumples like a fucking bag of potatoes on the ground. I'm like, what the fuck? They come out of B-dubs. They're like, yo, Meech, run. I take off fucking running. I run through this bar, through the front door, out the fucking back of that motherfucker, ran up to my house, hopped in my car, and like went to like the next town over to my homie's house. We sitting there chilling and shit, smoking, drinking, whatever. The cops fucking found me there.
Yeah.
And then my homie answers the door, and they're like, "Yeah, we're looking for Marcus." And I'm like sitting there on the couch, just like, I don't know who the fuck Marcus is. And this dude keeps looking back at me when the cops ask him. They're like, "Yeah, we're looking for Marcus," and he's like, I'm like, I don't know who fucking Marcus is. They're like, "Sure, can you come outside?" They start asking all these questions and shit. Next thing you know, they fucking arrested my ass, put me in fucking jail for like a night. And then this is the thing though. This is the main thing of the story. This kid, super rich motherfucker, right? His whole thing is he goes around and starts fights with people and then tries to sue them. This was like the 15th fight he got into on campus, like that year. My shit got dropped. Like all this shit got dropped. Like, cause he got fucking written up for some bullshit. But yeah, there's people out there that try to, like you said, like people that you don't know if they have money or whatever, and what the fuck they're doing. But like, yeah, this dude had a shit ton of fucking money. He had a lawyer like that he fucking thought they could fucking beat everybody.
But that's
And
a
so he's
lot.
trying to.
But a lot of people who get charges, misdemeanors, felonies, some can afford it, some can't. You know, which is why I even on different class levels, if you're a lower, middle, or high class, obviously if you're a lower class, you're not going to bounce back from charges like a person with a lot of money. And plus, the person with a lot of money, more than likely, is not going to learn the real lesson in it anyways. And even the person even the lower class or person that doesn't have a lot of money and doesn't have a lot of things to back them up if they get legal troubles, they sometimes don't learn the lesson either. Either they're caught in that world or they're just stuck in that world or whatever.
Yeah, but this was a case. This is a case study of like this motherfucker he was high class, he was upper class, and I was like low middle class, and I won because this motherfucker thought he could continuously do this shit over and over again, and time basically caught up with his ass with this fucking lie and this bullshit. You know what I mean? Which is maybe maybe it was a rare case or whatever, but that shit happened. You know what I mean?
But yeah, so I mean, that's also my point too, is the fact that there's people out there that just want to start mess with you.
Yeah, like that dude that was talking shit to you.
And like I mean, I still train. I'm not training like in the boxing gym right now because of my knee. My knee, it kind of screwed up, but overall, I'm still doing what I can do to maintain. So this guy, I even wanted to ask him, like, hey, do you train, man? Because if you don't train, then and you try to do something to me, I don't, I'm not.
What would you say though? What would you say if someone asked you if you train? You say no?
No, I said yeah. I'm gonna say yes. I feel legally you're supposed to say yes. And that's if something's gonna happen. I mean, if you're gonna,
I think that's if you're like a high caliber fighter, you have to say yes because like your hands are registered.
No, but I feel if you just train in general, that means you literally know how to punch somebody out in the face, or you know how to punch them in the nose, or whatever. Like you legitimately know how to punch somebody correctly. There's some people out there they've never punched anybody in their life. Like a lot of people that I spar with, that's the whole part of sparring. Sparring is to get comfortable with somebody just hitting you. A lot. Yeah. When I first started off sparring, I wasn't comfortable with it 100% because you're still getting hit. You're caught in that fight or flight mode when you're sparring. And then you get in that flight mode. Obviously, if you start getting beat up, if you start getting hit, obviously you're gonna go in defense mode. You're gonna put your hands over your face. I mean, this is more boxing, but in the Muay Thai,
I've been training my whole life. Been training my whole life. You know my older brother's a piece of shit. Motherfucker fought me, threw me down the hallway. Fucking motherfucker's humongous. Why is he so big?
I remember he threw his. I remember he had like an electric guitar, and he just popped you on the knee, and you go, ah.
Hey, what you talking about? I don't remember that shit. I don't remember that shit at all. I don't remember that shit.
Nah, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it just well, because there's just when you're at a bar in general, there's always certain things that come across because there could be a guy who's on a lot of whatever, and he's this or that, and like he just wants to go and make somebody mad and maybe get in a fight. Like, that's probably his goal. Who knows?
Yeah.
Or he just wants
Yeah.
to say. Or he might look at me and he's like, yo, like who's this Asian looking for? Let me like say something. It's like, yo, man, I'm not even Asian, bro. Let me I don't know. So whatever, man. It happens.
Man, I remember when I first moved to Ohio from Houston. These motherfuckers thought I was Asian. Like they're like, look at your eyes. You're so Asian. I'm like, what the fuck? Are you guys retarded in this motherfucker?
How would they
Like, what kind of Asian? Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, I guess, like, I don't know, Filipino. Some shit. I don't know. It's Filipino.
Nah, man.
No.
So that was it, man. This is about I just did about an hour, or you jumped in
word.
on it. So you want to do
Is
this
there a way I
tomorrow?
can see the chat? Is there a way I can see the chat?
No, not really. No,
I can't see the chat.
No, I don't think.
You see this shit right here? You see that shit right there? Look on my screen.
Oh yeah,
See that?
hell yeah. The 34.
Yeah, is that Earl Campbell? Is that
Yeah,
Earl
like Campbell.
I saw him in fucking in Las Vegas when I was doing food competition, the world food competition.
Oh, excuse me.
This motherfucker, he couldn't even walk. It was sad. He was in a wheelchair.
Yeah. Well, how old is he now?
Has to be at least like, this was like 12 years ago. I think he was like 60 then or some shit.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
He's about 70 something, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's 80s. That's
Yeah,
a long
that's like-
time ago.
Yeah.
30-some years ago.
When I was watching this documentary about Warren Moon,
Yeah.
they said the reason he could throw the ball was such a tight spiral because he got his nails done to where they were longer than his finger, so he could grip into the fucking ball.
So he can
That's-
grip into the ball.
Like actually like almost like pierce the ball. They said they could hear it when he threw the ball.
Really?
Look that shit up. Look that shit up. Shit was fucking crazy. They said you could hear like this every time he threw the ball.
Hold on. Yeah.
Warren Moon fingernail. They call it the fingernail gate. Watergate.
Warren Moon. Finger what?
Just fingernail fucking.
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
See?
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
See, I got useless information stuck in my fucking head.
Yeah.
Gonna get his nails did.
Oh man, I don't do no TikTok.
Oh, you don't do the TikToks?
Well, I mean, right here they do show the nail. So,
Yeah.
like, you see it? They show the nail right there.
It's probably on YouTube.
No, but that's the nail right there. That's
Yeah, but
nasty,
yeah, it's like
dude.
all of his nails were like that, like super long. He like fucking grip the ball like that, like pinch it.
The hell?
Yeah.
That's some weird shit. I had like long nails.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. Wow. Wow.
Yeah.
Mhm. See, that was on TikTok. That one was on TikTok, but
Yeah, let's
it's
do
on
another one
here.
of these. I want to do one a little bit earlier. I'm gonna try to find a spot outside though.
No, yeah, so I'm saying, yeah, I'm down. We'll have to
Yeah,
find
yeah,
that one.
yeah.
So yeah, everybody that's gonna like this is episode 5 for the weekly episode. So it's been really tough with the guests, trying to line up the guests for the Thursday 7 p.m. spot. So that spot I'm still working on, man. It's still a pain in the butt.
7
Which is
p.m.
why,
your time. 7 p.m. your time. What? I'll be
yeah,
4 hours different.
yeah, it would always, yeah, every Thursday at 7 p.m. is always gonna be Thursday 7 p.m. Central.
All right, that'd
So,
be 3. That'd be 3 my time, something like that.
but I've had some difficulties the last few weeks or last week or so. So that's what I was saying. So this week, so if I get somebody in this week, yeah, I'll post for this Thursday. But if it falls behind, obviously, or falls past Thursday, then it'll be the following week. But
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know, that'll be for the guests and that'll be the face to face. And then depending whenever they come in. Because there's another set change I'm doing in the studio. So I'm doing a little different setup. So I'm going with that. So yeah, Thursday, 7 p.m. Tristan Shop
Do you
Talk.
have a Twitch? Do you do Twitch too? Do you do Twitch?
Nah, man, it's a pain. I mean, it's a pain to keep up with all these, like you're saying. I mean, it's a pain to keep up with all the social media sites. I got to keep. I mean, earlier I had this on Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram. I took us down off of YouTube. I mean, off of Facebook though. Facebook is always like PG. People, you know, they sometimes watch, sometimes they don't. It's whatever. But yeah, but nah, man. I guess we'll end it there, and then
All right. Word.
but just hang on, stand by, and then well, yeah, we'll just end there, and then everybody just tune in tomorrow again if you can. It might be earlier, it might be later. It's always going to be evening, if so. So maybe follow up the next day, check it out. So everybody
Yeah.
say, all right, Marcus, word, word to the mother.
Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Have
So,
a-
man.
Rob Van Winkle, whatever his name is.
Sorry, guys. All right, everybody. I guess I'll talk to y'all soon. Another episode, Tristan Shop Talk. All right, all right.
Yeah.
And here we go.